going into healthier lifestyle, eating the right kind of food. Many people are getting aware that in order to enjoy life, that they need to invest in their own health. 12 years ago when we were starting this business, nobody would listen to us. There were only a few people who would listen to us when we talk about natural food supplements. Here in the United States, not many people were interested into vitamins and food supplements. But today, a lot of people are aware of an alternative lifestyle, of a healthier lifestyle. Many people are going into things that are natural. Naturally grown chicken, naturally grown beef. We are well positioned to take advantage of a growing industry in the U.S. and in the world today, the wellness industry. We, who are the #1 manufacturer and distributor of natural health products. You must believe in this company. This is a great company. A company, our video says, that is in total control of its destiny. Because it not only manufactures the products, it is a company that grows its own raw material, aloe vera, manufactures them into these great products, and eventually distributes them through people like us, direct to customers. If you believe in the company, here is what I will suggest to you. You must be loyal to the company. You must believe in only doing one company. I have been with the company for the last 12 years. I have been doing this business, Forever Living, successfully over the last 12 years. And one of my secrets is that I don't do any multi-level marketing company. I concentrate on doing only one opportunity at one time. When we started, we had a group of people who were with Forever Living and at the same time were into other opportunities. They were into selling other stuff like jeans or cookware and so on and so forth. And for a while, they were doing very good in Forever Living. In the Philippines, they were earning 20,000, 30,000. We were just starting, and we would say, wow, they're earning so big. But after a few short months, they were still earning 20,000, 30,000 pesos, but we will be earning more than six figures in our business in Forever Living. Nobody who is successful in this business would be involved in other opportunities. If you want to be successful, if you believe so much in the company, then you should do only one company for you to become hugely successful. Number 3, you need to believe in the products. For you to be able to sell products, for you to be able to share the products, you need to believe so much in the products. And no ifs and buts. If you're a serious distributor, if you would want to be successful, you should be the #1 user of your own products. Would you agree? I mean, if you're selling products to people and you're always telling them, you know, the speaker said this is good for stomach disorders. You know, the speaker said this is good for ulcers. This is good for asthma. This is good for cancer. You know what my upline said? If you always say, you know what they say, maybe your customers will ask you, how come you always say, they said, they said, they said? Aren't you using the products? And you say, oh, I would love to use the products, but they're expensive. Could you sell this way? The most important way that we can sell the products, if we are able to share the products that we actually use. We are able to share the benefits of using the products. You know, my wife, when we were starting the business, got healed of her glomerulonephritis and lupus, kidney ailment, from using Forever Living. Yes, she got healed of her sickness, which doctors said could not be healed by traditional medicine, traditional Western medicine. She got healed of taking all of these products. And when she would talk about Forever Living in front of big crowds, even if there are doctors around, she would be very, how do you call this? Very emphatic on explaining and stressing the benefits of these products. And I would tell her, hey, Mayos, don't don't claim that this can heal and heal, because we might get into trouble. And she says, hey, look, I got well using these products, and nobody could question my own experience with the products. If you want to be able to sell the products, the only way that you can sell the products effectively is if you use the products. We have a lot of new distributors here, and they started out with the products. They did not start out with the business. They started out with the products. Most of the people that we sponsored into the business had osteoarthritis. They were taking a lot of stuff and never got well taking the stuff that they were taking. But after taking Forever Freedom, they started experiencing the freedom from pain of osteoarthritis. And so they joined and started doing the business. And of course, they were very effective. They are very effective in promoting the products because of the experience that they had with the products. Okay? So number 3, if you want to be successful, then you have to have so much faith or belief in the products that you're selling. And the only way to do that, if you are a user of your products. Number 4, you need to believe in others. You need to believe in the person who sponsored you into the business. The person who sponsored you into business is called your upline. The one who sponsored your upline is also your upline. The people above you is called your upline. Your upline is your lifeline. Your upline can teach you, can train you to do forever living. They can, when you start the business, you don't even know anything about forever living. You don't know anything about doing this business. But your upline, somewhere up there, has been doing the business, and they can be the people who will mentor you into becoming a successful distributor. You need to believe in your upline. You need to respect the people who sponsored you into the business. And of course, whatever your upline is, even if your upline doesn't help you in forever living, your upline is the person who introduced you to this great opportunity. And so your attitude towards your upline should always be one of thanksgiving. Thank you, upline, for introducing me to the greatest company in the whole world, forever living. Okay? The second thing is for you to believe in your downline. You must sponsor people that you believe will be successful in this business. Belief in your downline means you know that they have what it takes to be successful, and you are going to train them. You are going to teach them. You are going to give them room to make mistakes so that they will become a person like you or very much better than you. You have to train your downlines to become independent, because in forever living, we don't train people to be dependent upon us. We train them to become independent of us so that we can multiply as fast as possible. You know, there's a story about the eagles. When a mother eagle lays her egg and the eggs hatch, the mother and the father eagle would take very good care of the eaglets until they grow to such a size wherein they could fly. And when they're ready to fly, of course, the baby eagles who has been so attached to the mother won't fly out of the nest. And so what the mother eagle would do is that they would pluck out each eaglet and throw them out of the nest. When they start falling, of course, when they start falling, they start flapping their wings. And when they flap their wings, they find out that they could fly. That's how mother eagles teach their young to fly, by throwing them out of the nest. And sometimes that's also one of the things that we do to our downlines, training them to become independent so that they can fly on their own. We need to believe in our downlines that they can make it, that they have what it takes to be successful as we are successful. Number 5, we need to believe in ourselves. Many people do not succeed because they don't believe that they have what it takes to succeed. Many people would say, of course, you can do it because you talk so much. You can do it because you have experience, because you have a college degree. But you know, the most important thing to believe is that God created you complete with abilities and talents in order for you to become successful in what He has planned for you. That is the most important thing. You put it in your minds. You put it into your heads. You have the abilities and talents to become successful wherever God has placed you. And I do believe that God has placed you here in Forever Living. You are here now for His purposes, for whatever purposes. And He has equipped you to become successful in doing this business. You have to dig down deep inside of yourself. Reach down deep inside of yourself. Discover abilities and talents that you have hidden so that you can go out and grow out in order for you to become successful in this business. I remember, I have a downline. I used to have a downline. We were doing this particular business selling cookware before in the Philippines. And she would be one of those downlines of mine. She would be one of those distributors of mine who was not able to sell a single cookware. Before we joined Forever Living, a few months before we joined Forever Living, her husband died. She was just an ordinary housewife all her life. Her husband died of a car accident without any insurance. And so what happened was that she didn't know where the money would come from to raise their 4 little children. And she was crying every day. She would be howling in the middle of the night. And when Forever Living came to our place, I invited her. She was a friend of mine. I invited her to join Forever Living. Not because I thought she was good. Not because I thought she was good. I didn't believe she would be able. I didn't believe actually that she would make it in Forever Living. But I just thought, hey, this would be a diversion for her so that she could stop thinking of her problems. You know what happened? She saw the opportunity that Forever Living gave her. She grabbed at the opportunity of Forever Living. And even though she was naturally shy, even though she had a little, few contacts, few friends in our province, in the place that we come from, she overcame all of this and became one of the top distributors of the Philippines. Okay? So it simply means that deep down inside of us, we have what it takes to be successful. If we believe that we have what it takes to be successful. I remember this story that I remember this TV show that I was watching. There was a young man who was playing the guitar and singing. He sang great. He played great. But what's important? What's so strange about that? It's normal. There are a lot of people who play good and sing good. But what was unique about this person? What was strange about this person? Was that this person was born without 2 hands. And he played the guitar using his feet. So here was a guy who had all the legitimate reason to say, I can never learn how to play the guitar. I don't have any hands. And yet this person never let his disability stop him from learning how to play the guitar. What about us? We don't have any disabilities. We have complete set of hands, complete set of feet, complete set of eyes. And then if you do Forever Living, we say, I cannot do that. It's so difficult. It's so hard. We can do it. It all depends on how we believe in ourselves. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. This is very important in order for you to become successful. If you believe in yourself, then you will invest in yourself. Invest in training yourself. Of course, if I would ask you to come in front and talk about the business opportunity and it's your first time, you would be very, very afraid because you don't know anything about the marketing plan. You don't know anything about the products. But as you continue to learn, as you continue to accumulate knowledge, as you continue to attend trainings, you are going to get the confidence. Now I can speak with other people. I can speak with 100 people, maybe 1,000 people, and I will not be afraid. You know why? Because I've been doing the business. I've been giving these trainings for the last 12 years. Okay? So what I mean is, as you progress in doing the business, you are going to have the confidence. Invest in training in yourselves. Oh, by the way, you need to buy books. You need to listen to tapes. These are the training tools that can help your business grow more. Okay? Invest in yourself. Now, the third factor that you must have is to have the right kind of attitude. A University of Michigan study showed that success is 85% attitude. It is only 15% skill. A lot of people are skillful. They know a lot of things. But how come they are not successful in life? It is because the most important factor is attitude. In our business, it's the same thing. Let me talk about a few attitudes that we must have in our business. Number one is an attitude of commitment. Forever living is not a business that you do. You try out for 1 month or 2 months or 3 months. It's a business that is long-term, as in any other business. If you start a traditional business, you must give the traditional business 3 years. First year, you're going to lose money. Second year, you're going to break even. Third year, you're going to start to earn money or lose money. It takes 3 years for you to declare your business, your traditional business, successful or failure. How come in Forever Living you're going to only to give Forever Living 2 months? You must commit to do Forever Living for a long period of time. You must take a long-term view of the business of Forever Living. And to start with, I'd like to tell you, to start taking a long-term look of Forever Living, like for example 3 years, treat it as the same as a traditional business. Commitment is very important in Forever Living. Why? Because if you start a traditional business, you are going to put in capital. For example, you're going to start a restaurant. You put in something like maybe $10,000, $20,000 US for the business. After 2 months of doing the business, you say, I don't like this business. I don't like to wake up early in the morning. I don't want to wake up late in the afternoon. I don't want to go home late in this business. And after 2 months, I don't have that much customers. Would you say, I don't like the business and just close your business just like that? You won't. Why? Because you have invested capital. Whether you like it or not, you are tied to this business. But in Forever Living, you don't pay anything. You don't pay anything to sign up the business. You don't pay anything to sign up to start your business. Maybe you bought a combo pack, but that has 29 products that you can use for yourself. It's not an investment. $250. That's a small amount of money. And if you, after 2 months of doing Forever Living, you start selling products and your sales level is very small. You don't sell anything at all, maybe. You start sponsoring people and the people that you sponsor don't join you. They don't join you. In fact, they laugh at you. It's so easy for you to say, oh, well, maybe Forever Living is not for me. I'll stop Forever Living. Anyway, I don't lose anything doing Forever Living. So it's so easy to stop doing Forever Living because nothing holds you back from doing Forever Living. You don't lose anything from doing Forever Living. I think you're going to lose a lot of things from doing Forever Living. You're going to lose your dreams. You're going to lose your future doing Forever Living. Let me tell you the story. Once upon a time, I joined Forever Living. This was in 1992. I didn't expect Forever Living to grow, but during the 1992 that I joined, our business grew by leaps and bounds. In fact, by 1992, I was earning a 6-figure income in the Philippines doing Forever Living. By 1993. But because we didn't know anything about forever living, by 1994, our income dropped. Oh, by the way, during this period, 1993, 1994, when we started, I was also able to go to America for 2 times, courtesy of Forever Living. And I went to Japan, courtesy of Forever Living. We had a 6-figure income. But in 1994, because we didn't know how to do Forever Living, my income dropped to something like 40,000 pesos every month. And it was monthly, and it was continuing to drop. Before, we would hold a seminar and many people would come. 40, maybe 80 people would come. But during this time, when everything was down, I would come to the office and I would ask people, are there many people? Are there many participants? And my friends would say, yes, there are a lot of people. 3 of them. 3. Then there was this one time, I remember, we were waiting and nobody would come, and then somebody knocks on the door and says, is this Forever Living? Is there a training? And we says, yes. And we say, yes, come, sit. And as she was sitting there, she realized that she was the only participant, and she says, am I the only participant? I'll come back tomorrow. I'll come back tomorrow. And we said, no, stay. We just finished with our training. Everybody has gone. But for you, we are going to give special training. You know, during this time, it entered my mind to stop Forever Living. And I said to myself, I have made money. If I stop Forever Living, I would lose nothing. But you know, it was a good thing we didn't stop doing Forever Living. Because in 1995, there was a turnaround. We learned how to do the business. In 1996, by 1996, my income in Forever Living was back to 6-figure income. And I was able to purchase a pickup or a truck. A brand new pickup truck. Using my income from Forever Living. In 1997, the car incentive was introduced, and we qualified for the car incentive, and my wife and I bought a Pajero, or here in the US it's called a Montero. And then we qualified for the profit sharing, and we earned 1 million pesos profit sharing in 1997. In 1998, we qualified for profit sharing for 3 million pesos. In 1999, we bought another car. It was a Corolla in the Philippines. And we qualified for profit sharing for 2.9 million pesos. In 2001, we bought a brand new truck, Frontier, in the Philippines. And we also bought an Exalta Grandeur, a brand new car, in the Philippines. Okay? And all this time, okay, we went back and forth to the Philippines, to the US, for a total of 12 times, and back again in Japan in 1999. So there were 2 trips to Japan. This time, my wife and I in 1999. Okay. Now, tell me, if I stop in 1994, will I not lose anything? Would I have not lost anything? Think of how much money I lost. Think of how much opportunity I lost if I stopped doing Forever Living. Okay, is that clear? In order for us to, if that doesn't happen to us, we need to commit ourselves to doing the business. We need to continually commit ourselves to learning about the business and actually doing the business. Okay? Number 2, we need to have GLA. GLA means we need to have a good learning attitude. We need to be teachable. We need to attend trainings. We need to continue to read books and listen to tapes in order for us to sharpen our minds. When you stop learning, then that's the end of you. Doctors would go to conferences, attend seminars every year. Executives of large corporations, they attend trainings. Because new things come up every time. If you stop learning, then the new technology, the new things would overtake you. So we need to continually attend trainings in order for us to learn new things. Okay? We don't know anything. When we start doing Forever Living, we don't know anything about doing this business. We don't know anything about the products. We need to learn. We need to start learning. Number three, the third attitude that we must have is for us to take initiative. Initiative actually means that we need to think like we are business people. We make things happen. We don't wait for things to happen. We schedule our meetings. We schedule our home parties, and we call our uplines upline. I have a meeting that I have scheduled. Can you make it? This is the attitude that we must have in order for us to succeed in the business. We need to think like we are businessmen, because actually we are in business. Okay? So those are some of the attitudes that we must have in order for us to become successful in Forever Living. Okay. Number 4. The number one killer of a brand new distributor is called rejection. Have you noticed? Maybe you have invited somebody to a meeting and that person was so excited and he said, come on, yes, okay, we'll do it. And the following day, when you call them up, they hide from you. Even if you know that the person you're talking to over the phone is him or her, they try to change their voice so that you will not recognize them. What happened along the way? Maybe they faced with rejection. It's like if you attend a meeting and you're so excited, and when you go home to your house and you say to your spouse, your husband or your wife, honey, I just joined Forever Living and we're going to be millionaires. We're going to buy a brand new house. We're going to buy brand new cars. We're going to have enjoy this great lifestyle. And your husband says, what happened to you? I joined Forever Living. Look, before you joined Avon. And what happened was that I paid for all the debts that you have incurred in doing that business. And then you joined this another opportunity. And again, I paid for all the debts that you have incurred in doing that business. Maybe the same thing will happen to you Forever Living. Rejection actually comes from the people that we care about, the person that we love. Okay? Now, actually, everybody who ever does Forever Living is going to meet with rejection. If you tell me you've been doing Forever Living and you have never met with rejection, I'm going to tell you one thing. You never did Forever Living. If you're going to talk to people, there will always people who will say no to you. You know, our business is a business of prospecting. We are looking for people who will say, yes, I like to buy your products. Yes, I like to join your business. How come you only invited me now? How come you didn't invite me long time ago? Why only now? We are looking for these people. But before we find these people, the yes people,